Tell me when Murari and Pooja, please tell me when you're ready.
Yes, sir, I am ready.
You want to start from page 19, Vineet?
I don't know which is the correct page.
Just give me a minute. It was
So,
page 31.
31 was it?
Yeah. Just give me a second. Let me check.
Who read last? Acha, PNC balance. Okay, this I'm going to write. Okay, 19 what I had read earlier.
No, no,
Golden
no.
egg pie.
This is what we did it, the PNC.
Yeah. This I think so after Friday no one has read is it?
No, 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 because Monday nobody came. Tuesday I couldn't do it. And Wednesday you're back.
Okay. Looks like you guys are stuck with me, man. For better or for worse.
It's always for better, Vineet. You've always been a great thing. Yeah, thank you.
So I will start at page 31 then. Okay, guys, page 31 of your PDF, we will start with that. And what about a parent's relationship with a child? When the children are little, they are very dependent, very vulnerable. It becomes so easy to neglect the PC work, the training, the communicating, the relating, the listening. It's easy to take advantage, to manipulate, to get what you want the way you want it right now. You're bigger, you're smarter, and you're right. Why not just tell them what to do? If necessary, yell at them, intimidate them, means make them scared, insist on your way. Or you can indulge them. Indulge them means listen to everything they are saying. This is about kids. The them here is kids, children. You can go for the golden egg of popularity, of pleasing them, giving them their way all the time. Then they grow up without a personal commitment to being disciplined or responsible. Either way, authoritarian or permissive, you have the golden egg mentality. You want to have your way or you want to be liked. But what happens meantime to the goose? What sense of responsibility, of self discipline, of confidence in the ability to make good choices or achieve important goals is a child going to have a few years down the road? And what about your relationship when he reaches those critical teenage years, the identity crisis? Will he know from his experience with you that you will listen without judging? That you will really deeply care about him as a person, that you can be trusted no matter what? Will the relationship be strong enough for you to teach him, to communicate with him, to influence with? You know, if today this paragraph may seem very irrelevant and very theoretical, but if ever you have children in the future, or I would say when you ever have children in the future, I would suggest just pick this book up and just read it. Like you can mark this paragraph and see it. It's it's really amazing. And maybe you're a bit young to see the importance of it, and maybe I am too. But yeah, it's if I become a new parent, this is like really something to learn for me. So essentially, he's talking about balance, right? The PNC balance, which he talked about. And he's saying that there should not be excessiveness in anything. Don't be too strict with your kids and don't pamper them too much. In simple words, that's all he's saying. Like, maintain balance, make sure they're learning what they need to learn. Sometimes, if they don't get what they want, that's fine. If they think you're mean to them, whatever, it's fine. See what's important for them instead of just seeing what's important for you. You don't need to uh, force your lives onto them. Just a second, 1 minute. I'm back. Actually, my grandmother was in the hospital, so she just came back yesterday. So just the medicines and all that. She's fine now. No issues. But thanks for understanding. Cool. Uh, so that's what he's saying. Be in moderation. You don't have to be too strict, and you don't have to pamper the kids too much. Continuing. Suppose you want your daughter to have a clean room. That's P, production, the golden egg. Means the result. The golden egg means what is the end result. And suppose you want her to clean it. That's PC, production capability. Your daughter is the goose, the asset that produces the golden egg. If you have P and PC in balance, she cleans the room cheerfully without being reminded because she is committed and has the discipline to stay with the commitment. She is a valuable asset, a goose that can produce golden eggs. I don't know if you're able to appreciate the humor of this, where he's using such technical language for such ordinary day-to-day things. I think it's completely hilarious. He's saying, just think about it, like it's like trying to define love with a formula. He's trying to do something like that. He's doing a very good job, but it's we've never heard of uh, the relationships being expressed like this. So I would suggest just enjoy it. It's just enjoy it. If you have P and PC in balance, she cleans the room cheerfully without being reminded because she is committed and has the discipline to stay with the commitment. She is a valuable asset, a goose that can produce golden eggs. What is a golden egg? Cleaning your room. No, having a clean room. And the goose is that the daughter is cleaning the room. That is the goose. But if your paradigm is focused on production, on getting the room clean, you may find yourself nagging her to do it. Hmm. You might even escalate your efforts to threatening or yelling. And in your desire to get the golden egg, you undermine the health and welfare of the goose. This is so important. I cannot tell you if you have seen, maybe a parent can really understand this, especially if dealing with a teenage child. But what they are saying is your intention may be absolutely correct, your motive may be absolutely correct. But is your motive just to get a clean room, or is your motive that your child understands the importance of cleaning her own room, his or her own room, and actually does it? In that process, in that loving care and understanding, sometimes if the room doesn't become clean according to your expectation or your timings or your wants, that's fine. And that relates to every aspect of your life. He has covered many aspects earlier, and he's covering this in very subtle aspects. So, if you remember in the beginning of the book, he says that these are universal laws. They will apply to all beings, all sections of society, across all ages, without any reservation, without any issues. This is this only, he said. And now he's explaining of how to apply these laws in every section of society. It's amazing. One simple example I will give you in your own life, and we will do this as an exercise. I will not give it to you now, but I will leave you with this thought. I think you're both students or recently graduated or something like that. Am I correct? Yeah, Murari and Fausia.
No, sir.
Yes,
Still we are finals.
Yes.
studying.
Yeah, student, right? Fausia, you also, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, is your goal just to get good marks in an exam or to pass an exam, or are you actually building a long-term career? Are you just here for, I want this exam, I want this marks, I want this job, I want this internship? Or actually, are you really working for the next 30 years of your career? Because your career is not even started. It will span for the next 30 to 40 years. Are you able to see through that? If not the next 30, 40 years, are you able to see the next 10 or 15 or 20 years? Because, and I will give the example from the book. If you may not remember it exactly, but I will still give it to you. So when you actually go through the book again, maybe this will remember your immediate exam or your immediate job requirement or your immediate salary hike is your golden egg or your P or your end result. But the duration of your career, your what you contribute to society in general, in whichever field you choose to, that is your PC or your goose. If you focus on your career, your eggs will get taken care of naturally. We will continue. I just wanted to say this because it's linked to this section which is saying. So I took a moment, but we will continue. And in a few minutes, we will discuss on this point again.
Okay, sir.
Let me share with you an interesting PC experience I had with one of my daughters. We were planning a private date, which is something I enjoy regularly with each of my children. We find that the anticipation of the date is as satisfying as the realization. Means the excitement when the date will come. He goes on dates with his daughters. He's a sweet dad. So, and he said only like father daughter dates he would do. And he said the excitement of waiting for the date to come, he said that is as fun, or it's looking forward to it so much as the actual event. So I approached my daughter and said, honey, tonight's your night. What do you want to do? Oh, dad, That's okay, she replied. No, really, I said. What would you like to do? Well, she finally said, what I want to do, you don't really want to do. Really, honey? I said honestly, I want to do it. No matter what, it's your choice. I want to go see Star Wars, she replied. But I know you don't like Star Wars. You slept through it before. You don't like these fantasy movies? That's okay, Dad. No, honey. If that's what you would like to do, I'd like to do it too. Dad, don't worry about it. We don't always have to have this date. She paused and then added, but you know why you don't like Star Wars? It's because you don't understand the philosophy and training of a Jedi Knight. What? You know the things you teach, Dad? Those are the same things that go into the training of a Jedi Knight. Really? Let's go to Star Wars. And we did. She sat next to me and gave me the paradigm. Paradigm means environment. I became her student, her learner. It was totally fascinating. I could begin to see out of a new paradigm. The whole way a Jedi Knight's basic philosophy in training is manifested in different circumstances. That experience was not that experience was not a planned P experience. It was the serendipitous fruit of a PC investment. Serendipitous, I think it means joyful, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it means very joyful, happy.
Serendipitous means by chance, the thing that happened by chance.
Oh, it's by chance. Thank you for that. So it was the serendipitous, which means by chance, luck by chance. Serendipitous fruit of a PC investment. It was bonding and very satisfying. But we enjoyed golden eggs too. As the goose, the quality of the relationship was significantly fed. So he's saying that in life, no, don't worry about small things. Are he said this and she said that, and this happened and that happened. And usually the small things become center in our life. Like focus on the big things in your family, focus on the people you love, focus on higher quality things. Don't get stuck in small things. There are many examples, like there's a philosophy like be like the pyramid, right? At the bottom of the pyramid, there's too much of mess, there's no space, there's too many people. At the top of the pyramid, if you go, it's relaxed. As you keep going higher, there is less and less crowd, less and less of issues. So essentially, he's like, look at the bigger picture and don't get too stuck with small things. So now he covered relationship. Now it's organizational PC. Let's take a few moments to discuss it because I think this will be another thought of thinking. So let's take a moment. Do you remember what I mentioned? What is the homework? Homework means we just discussed 10 minutes ago. Fauzia, Murari ji, Fauzia,
Yes, sir.
do you remember what I asked you about your egg or your P or your production is your immediate test? Means the short term goal, simple language. Short term goal is that exam which is going to come soon, or I wish I got a job and I'll be happy, right? Do you have these kind of thoughts?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't unmute, please. Like don't mute. Keep it unmuted. Yeah, so we can talk. So that is your egg or your P, according to the book, and your PC, right, or the golden goose, or the long-term vision, whichever word you like you use, is your entire career, which is not only going to be for a few days, or not one exam, or not one job. You know that in your life you will definitely, if find some employment or some meaningful way to live your life, right? There is no way it will not happen. Maybe it will not happen immediately, maybe it will take 6 months or 1 year, maybe it will not be some salary you like or something, but something or the other will happen. So don't get stuck only ke, "Arey, if this happens then it's okay." Think of your entire lifespan, think of your entire career span. The next 30 to 40 years your career is going to be there, and based on that, I just want you to think about it and reflect, and you can share any points if you have related to that. Are you understanding the uh, analogy or example I am giving from the book Murari and Fauziya?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I am.
Did you understand what I'm trying to ask?
Yes, sir. Short-term goals you are asking.
Correct. Short term and long term,
Mm.
both we're talking about. So would you like to share some points on that?
So the short-term goals are semester exams and internships.
Right.
We need to pass out all those things. And long-term goals, which is getting a secure job with safety and to start own business.
Okay. Is that even getting a secure job and start an own business? What is your long term goal? Have you really thought about it?
To start a business.
Do you know what kind of business you want to start?
Um, I have an idea of two things. One is a soft drink, which I
Hmm.
have done in my boot camps, and other one is I have just idea of cat foods,
Okay.
organic one. And in the markets we get only the chemical mixed food, so I wanted to develop organic one. Yeah.
Excellent. So your actual long term goal, if you think for a even more long term, is bringing good health to animals.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is one of your long term goals.
Mm.
And through one way or the other, you are trying to do that.
Yeah.
So that can be your goose, that is your PC, according to what the book is saying. That example. So when you invest enough in that goal, these small, small things will get taken care of. You will not be too stressed or too worried. If you get 5 marks less in an exam, you will not break down and cry and say, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." If you apply for one job and you don't get selected, you will not sit and cry, "Oh my God, I don't know, I cannot do anything." No, it's okay, because you have invested properly in the goose, in the PC, in the long term goal. And I'm not just saying you don't work immediately and just keep dreaming about things, but sometimes it's important to focus and narrow down into the small picture, and sometimes it's important to zoom out and look at the big picture. That is life's wisdom. Right? And that is what the authors try to tell us. Thanks for sharing that, Fauziya. Murari ji, your turn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like where we need to focus like short-term goals and long-term goals.
It's not or, right? I mean, I think it's and, like, you would want the goose and the egg. If you only have a goose and you never get the egg in your whole life, then that's of no use. But you don't want just the egg once. You want it to come again and again, right? You remember the golden egg and goose story.
Yes, sir. I do.
Ideally, you want the goose and you want to keep the goose happy and well fed and comfortable. So every day you will get one egg. So what is your goose and what is your egg?
So my question is I have to I want to earn passive income. I work in IT field in future, right? Like parallelly, I want to start a business, multiple business, passive income, some travel business and some franchisee type businesses. I have more interest.
So maybe then what is your golden egg? You could say is maybe that you want to earn a lot of money, and I mean that's a very generic, and maybe you want to enjoy that money, or you want to spend it on something, or you want to give it to someone, or take care of your family, or whatever, right? So that becomes
Yes.
a goose. When your goose is clear, the and the more specific you make your goals. Right now you're saying I may do this, or I may do that, or I may do that. I would suggest, like what the author is saying, take one specific field first and go deep in that, and then you worry about other things. When one thing is only not settled and you're saying I will do this also, I will do that also, it's good to have the thought. It's really very good. I'm not saying you should not, but ensure that your efforts are focused on doing one thing thoroughly first.
Okay.
Otherwise, your mind will be in 100 different directions and it will be very difficult to achieve even one thing. Because where is the focus? Even every small and simple thing requires a lot of time, energy, focus. You start one thing and the next day you leave it and the next day you go to another. It will not be like that. Pick one thing, do it thoroughly. And then when you feel it's stable enough, it doesn't need so much of your time and energy or whatever, then slowly see how the situation is, and then you start something new. So people, I know there's a lot of YouTube talk about passive income, but people see there are a lot of things they say to sell videos, and they're not wrong. But first, you focus on your active income, and first on that, focus on upskilling yourself. That is the greatest investment of life.
Yes.
With any business or franchise, get more and more knowledge about that. I'm not saying you just have to do a job. You can definitely do a business, but know more about the business. Know more about the nature of the business or the kind of people you would have to interact with, and go deep in one thing before you choose to expand. That is your P and C, right? That is that you're not just focused, okay, I want money, anything, somehow I will do and I will get it. No, you're building a meaningful relationship in your business. That means you're taking care of your goose. You're taking care of the PC component, balance. And then you also see where the money and the cash flow and all those things come. Because just taking care of the business and you don't get any return, then it's like taking care of the goose for ever and ever and ever, and you never see the end. So, uh, patience, wisdom, many things come into that. That's that's what he's saying. Keep a balance.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for sharing that. My only objective of this is was not to. I hope I was not harsh or negative in any way, but these are life lessons which we have all gone through and learned. And what the author is also trying to tell us is how much can we learn from this in our life? How much can we transform our own life? How much balance can we bring to our life? And some aspects of this, they may apply to you immediately in your life. Some may apply after 2 years, some after 5, some may after 10, but I'm sure that they will apply. Okay, moving on. Organizational PC. One of the immensely valuable aspects of any correct principle is that it is valid and applicable in a wide variety of circumstances. Throughout this book, I would like to share with you some of the ways in which these principles apply to organizations, including families as well as to individuals. When people fail to respect the P/PC balance in their use of physical assets in organizations, they decrease organizational effectiveness and often leave others with dying geese. For example, a person in charge of a physical asset, such as a machine, may be eager to make a good impression on his superiors. Perhaps the company is in a rapid growth stage and promotions are coming fast. So he produces at optimum levels, no downtime, no maintenance. He runs the machine day and night. The production is phenomenal, costs are down, and profits skyrocket. Within a short time, he's promoted. Golden eggs. But suppose you are his superior on the job. You inherit a very sick goose, a machine that, by this time, is rusted and starts to break down. You have to invest heavily in downtime and maintenance. Costs skyrocket, profits nosedive. And who gets blamed for the loss of golden eggs? You do. Your predecessor liquidated the asset, but the accounting system only reported unit production, costs, and profit. The P/PC balance is particularly important as it applies to the human assets of an organization, the customers and the employees. This is very important. You guys want to start businesses? I would say note down this page number and read this page whenever you need some help and motivation. If you find it too tough sometimes, now I will give you a suggestion. You can copy portions of whatever you want to understand, put it in chat GPT or something, and say it, tell me the same thing in simple language. So it will tell you what I am saying, chat GPT can also do. It will tell you the same thing in simple language. Whichever portions, let's say you marked it, right? You can mark it, it's in your PDF, just mark it or put it in a notepad, whatever you want. And come back to it, read it. You find something confusing, put it in ChatGPT. It will summarize it, give you a nice simple language points. We'll do all of that. So the P/PC balance is particularly important as it applies to the human assets of an organization, the customers and the employees. I know of a restaurant that served a fantastic clam chowder. I think this is like some seafood, clam chowder, and was packed with customers every day at lunchtime. Then the business was sold, and the new owner focused on golden eggs. He decided to water down the chowder. For about a month, with costs down and revenues constant, profits zoomed. But little, the customers began to disappear. Trust was gone, and the business dwindled to almost nothing. The new owner tried desperately to reclaim it, but he had neglected the customers, violated their trust, and lost the asset of customer loyalty. There was no more goose to produce the golden egg. Got it? These are organizations that talk a lot about the customer and then completely neglect the people that deal with the customer, the employees. The PC principle is to always treat your employees exactly as you want them to treat your best customers. You can buy a person's hand, but you can't buy his heart, which means you can employ a person, but you can't give him motivation. Money will only motivate to some extent, and you will find this to be true. after some time, when I was in college, one of my teachers said that after some time, money is just like it's like a number in the bank account, you know. You don't have so much emotional attachment to it. Okay, fine, some money is coming, some money is going. It's just like an accounting system number that you don't feel so emotional to it as you once did in your life. And that's how it is. You can buy a person's hand, but you can't buy his heart. His heart is where his enthusiasm, his loyalty is. You can buy his back, but you can't buy his brain. That's where his creativity is, his ingenuity, his resourcefulness. So he's saying that you can make him do work, like, you know, unintelligent work, or, you know, but his creativity, resourcefulness, you can't buy that. That's natural to him, that's innate to him. And this is something which in India we don't focus on a lot. This is a huge deal for us. We're just doing something because we're told to do it, or, you know, we're expected to do it, but not so research focused. We're very outcome focused, very short term, very golden egg focused. We're not, we are getting there, but we're not there yet, where we are focusing more on the geese, on the goose, on the PC, and not just on the P. Moving along, I was in a group once where someone asked, how do you shape up lazy and incompetent employees? One man responded, drop hand grenades, means scold them left, right, and center. Several others cheered. That kind of macho management talk, that shape up or ship out supervision approach, means get results or get back and get lost from here. But another person in the group asked, who picks up the pieces? No pieces. Well, why don't you do that to your customers? The other man replied. Just say, listen, if you're not interested in buying, you can just ship out of this place. He said, you can't do that to customers. Well, how come you can do it to employees? Because they are in your employ. I see. Are your employees devoted to you? Do they work hard? How's the turnover? Are you kidding? You can't find good people these days. There's too much turnover. Absenteeism, moonlighting, people just don't care anymore. That focus on golden eggs, that attitude, that paradigm is totally inadequate to tap into the powerful energies of the mind and heart of another person. A short term bottom line is important, but it isn't all important. I'll repeat it again. A short term bottom line means profitability is important, but it isn't all important, means it isn't everything. Effectiveness lies in the balance. Excessive focus on P results in ruined health, worn out machines, depleted bank accounts, and broken relationships. Too much focus on PC is like a person who runs for 3 or 4 hours a day, bragging about the extra 10 years of life it creates, unaware he's spending them running. Or a person endlessly going to school, never producing, living on other people's golden eggs, the eternal student syndrome. To maintain the P/PC balance, the balance between the golden egg and the health and welfare of the goose, which is the production capacity, is often a difficult judgment call. But I suggest it is the very essence of effectiveness. I'll say it again. To maintain the P/PC balance, the balance between the golden egg, which is production on one side, and the health and welfare of the goose, which is the production capability, is often a difficult judgment call. No doubts about that. But I suggest it is the very essence of effectiveness. It balances short term with long term. It balances going for the grade and paying the price to get an education. It balances the desire to have a clean room and the building of a relationship in which the child is internally committed to do it cheerfully, willingly, without external supervision. I'll just take the next couple of paragraphs so then we can stop there. It's a principle you can see validated in your own life when you burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle at both ends means working day and night, right? Means without balance, you're working. To get more golden eggs and wind up sick or exhausted, unable to produce any at all. Or when you get a good night's sleep and wake up ready to produce throughout the day. He's talking about extremes. Do you want to study for 2 hours every day? Or do you just want to pull two all-nighters before the exam? You can see it when you press to get your own way with someone and somehow feel an emptiness in the relationship. Or when you really take time to invest in a relationship and you find the desire and ability to work together, to communicate, it takes a quantum leap. The P/PC balance is the very essence of effectiveness. It's validated in every arena of life. We can work with it or against it, but it's there. It's a lighthouse. It's the definition and paradigm of effectiveness upon which the 7 habits in this book are based. Whew, amazing. All those who want to start a business, this organizational paradigm, no, which is a disorganization part, from page number 32 of the PDF, organizational PC, to where we just stop right now. I would say just save it somewhere and read it regularly. Understand it. Put it in chat GPT and understand what it means if you find it tough. But read the original also from time to time. It's so inspiring. It's so inspiring. I can't tell you. Okay, enough of me saying things. Your turn. We will start with Murari since we started with Fazwa last time. Murari, what did you learn from organizational PC?
Yes. Like I come to know like that we should be balanced in both health and wealth.
You, what else? Yeah, Murari, what else?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you learn from this organization? Organizational means organization, right? Like even a business is an organization. Anything you learn from this, or anything you think you can use in your own business when you started?
I think like balance.
Balance what?
balancing both like um, passion and like active work, I think.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what? Passion and
And family, I think, both.
family. Yeah.
Not like managing the work equally.
So you're saying work-life balance,
Yes.
correct? That is one part of what he said, that do try and maintain work-life balance. And see, it will happen practically, right? That especially when you're starting out, your business or your work will need more time and energy than what your family will be needing, which is fine. It it's completely fine. The first few years, it will be tough. But when the opportunity arises, what he's saying is don't get stuck, don't get obsessed with any one thing, either with the business or the family. There will come a time when the business will give you a break. Give that time to your family, give it to hobbies, give it to serving of society. One thing which I would suggest, right? If you read it again, and maybe we can discuss this again tomorrow. But one thing which he said is treat your employees how you would treat your best customers. That's a very powerful line. And not just employees, it would be suppliers, it would be everyone, whoever you interact with, treat all of them at the same level. Don't, a lot of people, what they do is they talk down to people who are below them. In organizational rank, they don't speak nicely, they don't speak kindly to them. And they are extra sweet with people who are above them. Be nice to as many people as you can, be kind. Uh,
Yes.
that is one thing which you can try and learn. Thanks, Murari, for sharing that. Thank you, I'm grateful.
Yes. Thank you.
Fawzia Sultana, what would you like to share? Organizational PC,
So,
organizational geese. What would you like to share?
something we if which we can organize, it should be planned, and the long it might be long term goal or short term goal. We need to be in like enthusiasm, and how about learning them, and the patience to execute that, and like we need to work on it. It might take years, more than 2 or 3 4 years. We need to wait for that patiently, and we need to do, and we need to balance everything,
What is everything? What is it you have to balance?
like personal life, wealth, health, and work, family pressures, everything we need to keep aside when we are working.
Correct.
We need to work on what we are in that field. When we come to the home, we need to see the family problems, we need to spend family time and everything. When we go outside, we need to do the outside work. We need, like we should not mix all the things. We should
Correct.
balance all the things.
Uh, He's saying what you it's correct. Have a balance in life. Excess of anything, excess of any one thing,
Mm,
too, is not good. He's not saying don't work hard.
mm.
Sometimes you have to work for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14
Yeah,
hours.
we should work hard, but
Maybe
we
you
need to
can give your
balance
family
everything.
only 2 hours and your work requires 12 hours. That's okay. For some time, that's okay. Uh, but make sure ki those 2 hours are
Mm,
quality hours, that you're as kind, as
yeah.
loving as possible. You're not irritated. You're not saying, oh, I had to work for 16 hours. You don't understand anything because if you, they, not required. Another thing which we learned in organizational PC, which we discussed a few minutes ago also, was balance between the short-term goal and a long-term goal. Both are important in their own aspect. When to catch the short-term goal, when to catch the long-term goal, I don't know if you see IPL. You don't want to be like RCB all the time. After all these years also they have not won. So but they have a different case. Okay, they make money in many other ways. But it's like that, right? They're playing, and they never win a trophy. Have a balance. Have a balance between how much money you want to make, how much when you want to make it. What is the quality of life you can have? How much you can contribute short term versus long term. You may not understand everything how to do it, but trust the process and trust your inner voice. In practical situations, you may not understand, but there is one pure inner voice in your heart. And when we listen to it, when we trust it, then it will guide us well. Trust that inner voice, trust your inner light, and it will guide you in difficult times. Okay, we have 2 minutes. Taranjit ji, anything would you like to share, ma'am? I don't know if you are there. Okay. Kanti, ma'am, would you like to share anything?
Too many things, but yeah, the balance of the P and the PC is so important. And I was just comparing it to my life and saying, okay, where I should do the balance and where I should let go. And it's still the process. Yeah.
Lifelong.
Yes. Lifelong.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. Taranjit ji.
Yeah, when Fauzia said that I want to start my business, uh, Vineet, in my such a long career, I had only one girl, and that also from 7th standard. I- Like that only, like how you put the question, what are your goals in life? So I also asked them, what is your goal in your life? So I said, just write a few lines tomorrow and come, and I will ask you. And that girl, you won't believe, Vineet, she made such a beautiful mind map. I had framed it and put it in my office. Each and every detail to the minutest. If this doesn't work, this will happen. This doesn't work, that will happen. So it's really a beautiful feeling if you have that goal and how clear it is. It's really awesome. So I would suggest first, yeah, make a mind map for yourself. And as how the author said, if the employees are not happy, then it will never be happy. It can work
Okay, ma'am.
smoothly. If we require the institution to work smoothly, the workers have to be happy. Otherwise, it's very difficult for any institution to work. You know, recently only Narayan Murthy has told that 70-hour work, and it has just blown up